Here's a super common pronunciation problem posed by Javier. The problem was, I can't distinguish the difference between a and ah. So in this video, I'm going to train your ears fast to distinguish the difference between these two vowels. I'm going to explain the most common errors that people make and how to avoid them, and show you how any English speaker of any level can use my 3 strategies for a perfect ah and ah every time without the need for feedback from an instructor.
Why are you continuously late for this class?
And save you a little time and money.
Do we have a deal?
Do we have a deal?
No, is it going to be a deal?
Is there a deal?
I don't know, is there?
First, let's take a look at how the ah vowel, and if you know IPA, this is the symbol, sounds different from the ah. And here's the symbol for ah. Listen to the following speakers. Can you tell the difference? Which word has the ah and which is the ah?
Do you let the kids touch the thermostat at your house?
What? No. The thermostat is a sacred covenant. I can't believe we're even talking about this. This is madness.
Can you tell the vowel is different? Here were the ah words.
The thermostat. The thermostat. I can't believe we're even talking about this. I can't believe this is madness. This is madness.
This was the ah word.
We're even talking about this. We're even talking about this.
The issue that most non-native English speakers have is that the ah vowel is not part of their first language or even second language or more sound repertoire, meaning it's just not a sound that exists in those languages. So what happens is we substitute the sound with the closest one we have, and that tends to be the ah sound. But does that cut it? If I were to switch the vowels, can you hear the difference? Thermostat, thermostat, modness, madness. So let's look at some examples of what happens if you were to put the ah sound when it's supposed to be an ah. We have the word cap and cop, the cap of a bottle or a police officer. Slap and slop, slap being an action
Get out.
and slop related to being sloppy or messy. Rat versus rot. Rat being an animal and rot being something that occurs when you leave your food out. Hat and hot. Mad and mod. Jack and jock. In the comments below, what are some word pairs that you've struggled with when comparing these two vowels? So although context takes care of a lot, there will be situations that will cause a lot of confusion in your conversations if you don't have these two distinct vowels. Now, for some people, hearing the difference is easy. It's pronouncing the difference that's really tricky. So here are my 3 tips to be able to differentiate between these two vowels. With the ah vowels, as in hot, you want your lips to be in an open, round position. Think of the lips as being more of a vertical opening and relaxed. Ah, ah. Your lips are open and very relaxed. When it comes to the ah vowel, there is more of a horizontal opening. Your jaw is open, your lips are wide. Ah, ah.
Ha, ha, hot. Ha, ha, hat.
Let's take a close-up look at the lip differences. Here, I'm pronouncing the ah sound. Look at the lip position. Here, I'm producing the ah sound. Notice the retraction and the horizontal movement, almost like a wide smile. Tip number 2, taking a look at the jaw. This is actually a tip because I find that a lot of English instruction will show the vowels being slightly different in jaw opening. But if you look at the reality of pronunciation, they're basically the same opening. So one being more open than the other, it's such a minute difference that it's really almost imperceptible. Take a look at this speaker and the difference between the ah and the ah, but just look at the jaw opening. Is there much of a difference? Ha, 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 ha. Now tip number 3, we're talking about the tongue. Here is a vowel chart. This shows you where is the middle of your tongue in relation to your oral cavity, meaning how high or how low is your tongue going to need to be to make that vowel? How forward or how back in your mouth do you need to put your tongue to create that vowel? So let's compare our ah sound right here versus the ah sound right here. Notice both are quite low in the mouth. Both of them are a low vowel. And that's reflected in how open our jaw is. The jaw opening is very similar because our tongue lowness is about the same for both. For the ah vowel, you'll notice that the ah is much more forward in the mouth. The problem here is that it is very, very difficult to be able to feel the difference in your tongue being a slight bit more forward and back. It's very, very difficult for even a native English speaker to differentiate what your tongue feels like in your mouth.
I'm just gonna come right out. I have no idea what's going on at all.
So my trick involves thinking about your mouth as a horizontal plane, meaning how wide can your lips and tongue be flattened out? Ah, 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 ah. Versus ah being more of a vertical opening, vertically opening your lips into an open O. Ah, ah, relaxing your lips back. Ah, ah, ah. And if you can differentiate both that horizontal pull and flattening your tongue for ah, 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 think of your tongue as being flat. With ah, your tongue kind of bunches back. That's usually the one trick that makes all the difference for my clients to feel that horizontal versus vertical lip and kind of tongue position. If you were to transition from O to ah, look at the lips and look at the jaw. Nothing much changes. The jaw is essentially in the same position. My lips are making most of the movement difference. And so that's where I'd like most people to focus on, their lip position, and you're going to hear much of the difference come there. Now let's listen to a few native English speakers and see if we can differentiate the two different vowels. Here's an example from the show The Office.
Even for the internet, it's pretty shocking.
Did you hear an ah or an ah? What do you notice about the lips and the jaw and the positioning of the mouth?
Even for the internet, it's pretty shocking.
And here, from the show Seinfeld, let's look at Elaine's mouth position. Which sound did you see and hear?
Wow, that was fast! Wow, that was fast!
And from the show Silicon Valley, look at the lip position. What do you see, a horizontal plane or a vertical? Which sound is it?
I'm sorry, Gavin. It's Apple Maps bad. I'm sorry, Gavin. It's Apple Maps bad.
And from the show Shark Tank, let's look at the jaw and lip and tongue positions. Which sound do you think you hear and see? And notice that up and down opening, the vertical opening of the lips.
Sorry, it's nonsense, Robert. It's all nonsense across the board. Sorry, it's nonsense, Robert. It's all nonsense across the board.
And here's another clip of just me talking. You can see the jaw opening and how much there is, and then look at how much vertical opening there is. Taking a look at the jaw, and look at how much horizontal opening there is of the lips. English speakers have. And if you don't want to miss videos like this, definitely subscribe. Just do it already. You know you want to. You're going to get a lot of information anyway. And you're going to learn things you've not ever heard before. Just do it. Just click it. Now we've got to talk about the various spelling differences between those two vowels. For the ah or horizontal sound, the most typical spelling is with an A in English. It's almost over 90% of the time an A. But unfortunately, this is English, so there will be exceptions. So let's find out what those exceptions are. There are a couple words that include a silent L. So a word like AL, half, and calf. Those L's are silent, the A's are ah. The spelling AU, as in laugh. That U, just imagine it's not there. It's gone, laugh. The spelling AI in the word plaid. I can't explain that one, that's just ridiculous, but plaid? Plaid, it's ah, plaid. For the ah sound, or that more vertical opening of the mouth, ah, The typical spelling is an O, as in the words on and off, or not a lot. So if your typical issue is that you're rounding too much, you want your lips to be open and relaxed, and up, down, think ah, not a lot instead of not a lot. And there are quite a few exceptions for this sound in terms of spelling, so let's take a look at them. This ah can also be spelled with an A, so you need to know what words have this different pronunciation for the A spelling. Want, wander, father, swan, all, also, always, wall, ball. There are also AL words where the L is silent, just similar to the ah. So you just have to memorize these words. There's no other way to know that this is ah and not ah. Calm, chalk, stock, walk, talk, bomb, palm, psalms. Listen to the vowel in this little video clip. Notice that the L is silent.
Walk the walk.
Walk the walk.
You'll also see words with AU pronounced as ah. So here are words you should know. Auto, audio, autumn, autonomy. Words like sauce also have that ah sound. And last but not least, AW. Imagine in these few words that the W is gone. Just ignore it. Crawl and yawn. Let's listen to the vowel in this little video clip and notice the missing W.
The next time you guys want advice about girls, don't come crawling to me.
You got it.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
No, that was a joke.
Have you buckled your seatbelt?
I was going to, but this outfit just wrinkles so easily, so I thought...
Just do it.
But my outfit...
It's the law!
Vi sa something.
Oh, yeah.
Ja. Vi sa something.
Oh, yeah.
Let's practice some words together. Add, after, ask, back, traffic, classes. And let's do a few phrases together. Glad you're back. Had a blast. Last chapter. Back to back. That traffic. And if you want a tongue twister to repeat over and over to get that ah sound, let's try this. Kathy took the wrong path on the map. And there is sometimes a slight anticipation of nasality if this ah sound is followed by an N or a nasal sound, N or M. As you're producing the vowel, the velum anticipates that there will be a nasal sound, so it kind of early opens up the door to the nose, and that will make your vowel sound a bit more nasal. It's kind of like a co-articulation or two sounds produced at the same time when the two sounds are such close succession together. The outcome is that sometimes the vowel ah can sound a little bit more or less nasal depending on how much you anticipated or allowed that little door to open early or late. The velum's already beginning to lower before the vowel has been complete, allowing air to escape out of the nose or out of the nasal cavity a little bit earlier. And this nasality varies a lot depending on your dialect of English, with some being more and some being less nasal. Overall, my recommendation is not to add nasality on purpose. Just be aware it's a phenomenon that you might notice in other people, and you might notice it in your own speech. Let's look at some examples where the ah is not nasalized, where the ah could possibly be nasalized, and hear how it sounds different if I were to allow that anticipatory nasality. Let's take a look. Mat versus man. The A sounds slightly different. That than. Pat versus pan. Hat, hand, hand. That's as the velum starts to open up. Laugh, land. Bat versus band. Here are some more AN combinations so you can find out for yourself if you are adding a bit of nasality or not, and decide what you like the best. Sand, span, scan, rant, ran, van. But here's the problem. Another very common problem starts to develop. As you add this sound to your speech, it can cause a new vowel confusion. Please say it ain't so. Yes, it's so. Sorry. So you're going to want to check out this video to prevent that problem from happening to you. I'll see you there. Bye.